you doing today, my beautiful people? Hi, welcome back, welcome back. So as I go on the spiritual journey today, like I said, it's like a journey. So it's like a task where as I go from the levels and the topics and the thoughts that come to mind, I kind of put them in perspective and I probably go on a topic. So like when in tune with your spirituality, you get to question your inner being, right? The one that seems to present itself lately basically is like, how does one really raise and care for a child? Especially when these four possibilities are against you, the introduction of the child, the effect of having the child, the ripple effect of the child, the spiral effect of having the child, and the impact that the child brings to a person's life. Well, today I'm going to talk about being introduced to a child. And from there, take it, probably get on the other aspect of it, but being introduced to a child can be scary, amazing, frightening, worrying, overwhelming. Yes, because you got to remember, you're used to being with you, you're used to being that person who takes care of you. Now a task is set upon you where now you have to take care of another person that is not, say they are less than you, but they're in a position where they're not able to help themselves. So you have to basically position yourself or postpone a lot of things in your life to accommodate this person. And in all honesty, a lot of people go about it in different ways. Some do it with care, some do it with fear, some do it with fright, some do it with strife. Depends. But how does one really raise a child and care for a child after the introduction of a child? Because remember, when that child is presented in your arm, that one moment alone speaks a lot of volume, yeah. But there is no handbook or no sections on how to really raise and care for a child with the physical love, the emotional love, the spiritual love, the psychological love, whatever love that comes with the format of taking care of a child. You in yourself now have to get all of these things activated in yourself. Some of the things that you never even know you had in you to activate you, matter of fact, even help you to a level. All of these things in your body just want to be better, want to do something like, go out of your way for this person, because not only did you get introduced to this person, but now your job or your task is now for play your role in which this person are going to be either following in your steps or watching your steps. So you either now become either a model or a role. But wow, how does one prepare themselves for all of that without full instructions, without a manual, without anything other than criticism, constructive criticism, dismay, all kind of things you're going to hear. But my thing is, I think when you get to understand who you is and you get to understand the journey you're on, you start to understand that in caring for someone else or in able to raise them, you yourself have to start caring about yourself enough to want to raise yourself up from whatever it is that whatever you thought it was that you was lacking, and you get yours lacking, from lacking and slacking to a level where you get it together, where that person who is seeing you be the head leading them, they get to follow in that footstep. That path can be right or wrong, but you're the role model that child is able to be fascinated with, be inspired by, be intrigued, to be in love with. So that child now is going to adore you in that manner in which the adoration is going to come from the things that you're going to do, like the examples you're going to set, the way in which you're going to perpetrate your life or carry yourself, or how you present yourself among other people. That child is going to be that particular person who is going to basically be the judge and the juror, because that child get to see you in your bad days, your good days, your hard days, your heavy days. But guess what? That child get to see you, and you get to see you, and you get to see how it is or what it is that you have, and what kind of impact you're able to give in the aspect of that child, in which that child is not only uplifted by the fact that they feel loved, they feel cared for, they feel wanted, And I think when you get to that part of it, that starts basically the introduction or the introductory levels of how one gets to introduce themselves to a newborn child, and the steps of getting there and what it takes, because it's not an easy step, especially if you're a person who has not started a spiritual journey, or is not in tune with God, or is not about trying to stay on a path that leads to righteousness. If you're just a person who's you just live in your life and something happens, and however you deal with it is on you. But like I said, it's not an easy task when raising and caring for a child. That is why I believe it's important. So whenever you get structured into wanting to have a child and being able to raise a child, I think the first introduction to that child would be introducing that child in a godly manner, the way the child live, so the child can grasp from all of that and give them something to grow on, and give them some grassroots to understand from the jump who God is and why is he so important in a life of a person, especially in their youth. So you see, a person who has a child plays a real major role in the first settings of that child growing up sessions. And that is why I must say, introducing yourself to a child is not an easy task. But as we continue, we get to understand, and we get to appreciate, and we get to learn from our own children how fragile we as adults are when we are gracing God in our own terms, But we'll have a next discussion on, the effect of having a child, or the effect a child has on you after the child is here. Other than that, my thoughts, whatever we do, in everything we say, we just always humble. Make God take the lead always. Give him the lead, we make him be the lead. Because as far as me see it, him are the only person who can give you that direction, that's going to give you that roadmap to lead to a more, peaceful life in this life, and even in the afterlife. But like I said, you don't have to believe me. The word is there. Anyway, like and share Mom Channel. Channeling in and channeling out. Be good, be safe. And if you can't be good, be careful. God bless.